Hi everybody, it's 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, and today I'm making this adorable Valentine treat mailbox. And the little drawer opens like this, and there's little treats in there, and it closes up. How cute is that? All right, I'm going to show you how to make it. And you'll have to bear with me because I've only made it once. So let's hope all goes well. All right, you're going to start off with a piece of, I've got pattern paper here. It's 4.5 by 12. All right, and you're going to score it at a 1/2 inch down here and at 4. Okay. All right, and then you're going to score it. I've got my little template here. My template. And then you're going to turn it, and you're going to score it at 3 and 9.5. Okay. All right. Then we're going to score at 5, but just down to that 5.5, just down to that first score line. So right there. And I'm going to flip it over and do it on this side. 5.5, just to that first score line. And then you're also going to do it at 9.5. So 9.5. Oh, I went and scored it right down. I only wanted to score to the 1/2. All right. So let's get rid of that. Can't even see it. Okay, so let's do that again. So I'm scoring at 3 all the way down. And then I'm scoring at 5.5 just to that first score line. Just to the first score line, and then I'm going to score at 9.5 just to the first score line, flip it over and score it at 9.5 just to that first score line. Okay. All right, next we are going to make that little 2-inch square that our little box is going to go into. Okay. So what you're going to do is, so this is a 1/2 inch right here. You're going to take your ruler and you're going to measure over 3/4 of an inch from that score line. Okay, from this 1/2 inch score line, I'm going to measure over 3/4 of an inch. And you should be able to feel it, that little groove there. Okay, I'm going to get a better ruler here. So there's my 1/2 inch. Right there. So 3/4 is 1, 2, 3. And then there's my little groove right there. I can feel it. And then I'm going to go from this 1/2 inch right here, and I'm going to go to 3/4. And then you can feel that groove. Okay. So you're going to put that up to the 7 inch because we're not 9 here. We want it to be 2 inches. So I'm just going to go up that groove up to this 7 inches because I want it to be 2 inches. Okay, so those two lines are 2 inches. It's hard to see it on this paper for you, but I'm going to show you right here. So you see it's 2 inches. Okay, and then you can just go like this and then take it at the 5 and run it in and just join those two together. So now you've got this 2-inch square in here. Okay. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that 2-inch square out. Okay. So I'm going to take my craft knife, and I'm going to go on the side of that score line. And I've got the score line here, and I'm going to go on the outer edge of that score line. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to go at the top of that score line. Now you could use a ruler. I'm just doing it freehand here. There we go. And then I'm going to go along the bottom. So I'm going on the outer edge of those score lines. Okay. So there is my 2-inch hole. Okay. All right. Now I'm just going to straighten that out a bit. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be for my little drawer. Okay, next I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to snip up to that 1/2 inch here, here, and here. And then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to snip at those 1/2 inch score lines there, here, and here. It's easier to see it on this side. Okay, so I've got them there, and there, and there, and there. Okay, so now I'm going to fold these over and burnish these. Okay. All right, and then we'll just go along our bone folder. I could have done this before I snipped, but there we go. Okay. All right, now we're going to create the bend, all right? So the bending part is this longer section in here. So you see you have that longer section in here. And then you also have it on this side. So these 2 pieces here is where we're going to do, this is from Mixed Up Craft, and Sam calls them crocodile teeth. So what we're going to do is we're going to go like this, about 1/4 inch, and we're going to cut these little triangles out. And that'll allow our sides to curve. Okay. So you just keep cutting all the way along there and all the way along there until it looks like this. Okay. All right, so we've got this cut out and we have our crocodile teeth here. Now we're going to work on the base. Okay, so we're going to snip down here and snip down here. Okay. All right. So we're going to create our little base here. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to put it like so. Okay. All right. I'm going to take some glue and put glue on this tab and line that up like so. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. Like that. Okay. And then you can kind of bend this because this is going to be the curve of our little mailbox. Okay. And then see, this is going to fold over like so. Okay, so let's attach these on the inside. So I'm going to put some glue here and just put it like that. I'm getting it at a right angle. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same on this one. It doesn't matter if it's in or out. Okay. So there we go. I think it's better in. All right. Shaping up here. Okay, so now I'm going to bend this around and I'm going to attach it to the front. Okay, so now I'm just going to bend this around, lining up the bottom and putting it around like that. So there is our shape of our mailbox. Okay, so we'll just glue that, making sure the corners are nice. Okay, let that glue set. All right. So there we've got the shape of it. Okay. Now I've cut 2 pieces of the same paper and it's 2.5 by 6. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put glue all around here. Down here, making sure I've got the corners and the tops here. Okay. And I'm going to take this paper and I'm going to put this on, lining up the bottom and the sides. Okay. And then I'm going to flip it over, making sure it's all lined up. Okay. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to go in the inside and make sure that it's all pushed down. Okay. All right. So that looks pretty good. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to take your scissors and you're just going to cut around here. And then you get that shape. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we're not going to put this side on yet because we're going to work on this front container. All right. Get rid of that. All right. So our little box is a 2, 4, 6, 8 box, which I've done before. So the paper is 8.5 by 4. And with the short side, we're going to score at 2. And then on the long side, we're scoring at 2, 4, 6, and 8. And now I'm going to cut up the score lines to that middle score line. This is called a 2, 4, 6, 8 box. I just made one of these the other day doing something else. And I'm just going to miter that a little bit there. All right. I'm just going to get my bigger scissors here because I can just trim these sides of this one and that one. I'm not going to do that one. And I'm going to do this one and this one. Actually, these ones I can kind of cut off a bit. I don't need all that bulk. Okay. And then I can cut this one and this one. All right. So now we're going to create our box. We're going to fold on the score lines. And then fold on these ones. So we're going to end up with a 2-inch box here. Okay. All right, I'm going to put some glue on my little tab here. And I'm going to lay it down and then just fold this over like that. And then that creates the box. And then on this one, I'm going to fold in the one that I mitered, and then these two sides, and then this one. Okay, so let's put some glue on there. So that one goes there like that, and then this one's going to go down like that. So this one I'm just going to put some tape and seal it up. Okay, and then you can take your bone folder and just make sure that that's all in there nicely. Okay, just gonna get that, looks a little high there. There we go. Okay, now we're going to bring back our little box. So this is going to fit inside here perfectly. See that? So why we didn't put this on is because we're going to put a stopper on the back here. All right. I'll put some glue on here. So I'm taking my box and I'm putting it in here like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of paper that's going to hang over the sides. All right. And that way the box is not going to fall out. So I've just put some glue on here, leaving 1/2 inch on each side. And I'm just going to stick this in like this. Okay. And just hold it on the back there. And then that way it's not going to fall out. Okay. And then it just, you can see where it's going to stop with that little stopper. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to just put some paper on the front here, just so that it doesn't fall through. Okay. And I'm doing all of this prior to putting that side on in case it does fall through. All right. So this is going to go on the front of my box. So I'm just going to put some glue on here. So this piece is 2.5 by 2 1/4. So I'm just going to put that on. And we don't want it hanging over the bottom because then it's not going to close. Okay, so it looks like this. Like that. Oops. My box fell. Okay, I've got to hold it there. I'm trying to make it even here. And then I don't want it hanging off the end, the bottom there. So that looks pretty good. So we'll get that on. Push that down. There we go. I don't know why I'm having trouble with this there. Okay. All right, there it is. There's the front of my box. Okay, so now it's not going to fall in and it's not going to fall out because it's got that stopper on it. Okay. Alrighty, I think that looks good. Now I'm going to put a piece of red on the front here, but I made this one a little small. So I'm just going to make this a little bigger. I'm going to make it 2 1/4. So I'm just going to take a little bit off of that. So this one is 2 1/4 by 2. So I'm just going to take that on. Okay, and it's just going to go like that. Okay, so there is our little box. And it looks like that. Okay, the next thing before we put our sides on, I'm going to put I had it here. Where did it go? I had a little piece of white. Okay, well, I guess I'll cut it again. So I'm just going to cut a little piece that's about 1/2 inch. I'll find it after. 1/2 inch by 2. Okay, and this is going to be the male slot. And then I'm just going to cut a sliver of black. And that is going to go across here to make it look like a slot. Okay. Like that. So I'll put that on. Maybe it should be a little longer. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it right here. Okay. And that is going to go right here. Okay, and I can just tuck my finger in there because I have that side open and just push that down. Okay, so there's the mailbox. All right, now we're ready to close it up on the side here. So I'm taking this 2.5 by 6 paper and I'm going to glue it on here. Okay. So we'll just put our glue all along here. Of course, this one isn't going to be as easy. There we go. So I'm going to kind of push those up so they are going to attach themselves. So this is going right at the bottom. And I'm going to flip it over. Okay. That looks pretty good. All right. I'm just going to trim the bottom off here. There we go. And then I can cut around here. All right, there we go. There's our mailbox. Yes. I'm just going to take my bone folder and run it along here. All right, next. Now we're going to make the stand. So we're going to back our scoreboard. So this paper is 5.5 by 4.5, and you're going to score it at 1 inch all the way around. Okay, 1 inch all the way around. And then we are going to make these little, you can see that, but there's these little rectangles in there. So what we do is we're going to take our bone folder and we're going to go down 1/2 inch at 1.5 and 3, and then we're going to turn it and at 5, and then just join those two. Okay. Now on the longer side, I'm going to go at 1.5, just down to 1/2 inch, and then 4, just down to 1/2 inch, and turn it. And at the 4, I'm going to skip over the top and then join those two lines. Okay, so you're going to do that on all sides. So we'll do it again. 1.5 down 1/2 inch, 3 down 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to rotate this and then skip the 5 down to that score line that we just made, and then connect the next score line. All right, and now we have one more to do. 1.5 down 1/2 inch, 4, was it 4? Yeah, 4 down 1/2 inch, and then I'm turning it and I'm going to connect it. So skip the first part and then connect these two. All right. Okay, now what I'm going to do, my camera's a little crooked there. All right, now I'm just going to snip up to those score lines. So just these center parts, I'm just snipping. And then I'm going to take them and I'm going to fold them over like so. Okay, so I'm just going to add some tape here, fold it over, and that just gives it a nice strong support for the little table, or the stand, I should say. All right, so now it looks like this. Now what we're going to do is we are going to cut up here. So I'm cutting here. Let me see. And I'm cutting here. And I'm cutting here. And I'm cutting here. Okay, so now I'm going to fold on these score lines. It's actually quite slick the way all this goes together. So now what you want to do is, hold that, we're going to make these little legs here, like so. But we're going to have to cut some off there. So I'm just going to cut. I'm going to leave about 3/8 of an inch, just so it covers that leg. See that? So now on this one, I'm going to cut there. And then this one's going to go here. So I'm going to cut that one. And then that one's going to tuck behind. So now I'm going to cut this one. Okay, so now it looks like that. So I've just trimmed these little parts off because these are going to fold over and go behind that leg like that. All right. So I'm going to take my glue and put my glue here. And then I'm going to take this and fold it over like so. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same on this one. Fold it over. So you do all 4 corners like that. Okay. And then I'm going to do this one. All right. Now I notice I have just trim a bit here. I just have to trim that one. And this one. Sometimes if you don't cut the score line out. All right, so there's our little stand. And then this is going to go on the stand. How cute is that? Okay, so now we're going to add glue to the stand. And plunk that on. And there you go. There's our mailbox. I'm just going to hold it together there. Now we're going to decorate it and add a trim. So these are Mama Elephant to My Dearest stamp set. So cute. I love it. So I am going to put this guy here. I'm not sure why that is not pink, and I want it pink. So I'm just going to color it in. There we go. Very cute stamp set. That's a better color. There we go. Kind of dark. Maybe this one I can just leave light pink. Okay, so I used To My Dearest on this. And I'm just going to do the dark here. There. There we go. And then I'm going to use a brighter red in here. All right. Okay, now this little guy is going to go on here. So I'll glue him on. It looks like he's hanging on. So cute. And then this one, I actually cut this one so that it looked just like an envelope. See that? Just an envelope there. And then I took a marker and I just drew a line along the top. Okay, and then that one, I'm going to cut off a bit of the bottom. And make it look like it's going in the slot. See that? So I'm just going to put some glue on here and glue that on. Okay, now it looks like it's going in the slot. And then this guy has Happy Valentine's Day on it, and he's going to be tucked in the back here. So I'll just put some glue on him. And tuck him in to the back. And there we go. How cute is that? Okay. So this Valentine's Happy Day, we still have some in the store. They're from actually last year, but there is the Happy Valentine's Day there. And it is by Photoplay. Okay, and then this one is called to my dearest. And it's so cute. It's perfect for this. And then this just pulls open like that. Perfectly. All right. So there we go. There's our, I got some chocolate stuck there. So there's our little mailboxes. Adorable. Okay. That was a longer one, but I just think they're so cute. Oh, I forgot to put the red around there. Let's just quickly do that. I'm just going to put this on here. Like that. And wrap it around. Just adds a little decorative to it. And there we go. I have to add a little piece there, which I will. There we go. Now we're done. All right. Okay. How cute. Okay, so tomorrow I'm home tomorrow and I'm doing these cards. Okay, I'm doing Perfect Pearls and I'm making 3 cards using embossing folders. Okay, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed that and maybe give it a try. They'd look great on a table, at your office. Give it to an office co-worker. I'm going to my grandkids. I just think they're just sweet. All right. All right. So thanks for joining me today. And I will see you. I will be home tomorrow. Bye-bye.